Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome back to this video today. It's been a little while since I've uploaded a social media marketing video on the channel, but I've been speaking to a ton of people, and everyone that I've spoken to has said that they enjoy my social media marketing content a lot more than my other content. So what I want to be doing is exactly that, and bringing a lot more social media marketing agency content back to the channel. So if that's something that you guys would like, let us know in the comment section down below. I've had a crazy month, to be honest. Probably the busiest and best month of my entire life. You know, within the last sort of 4 to 5 weeks, I bought my first home. I got engaged. I've been to Croatia, been to Greece. I got 3 cats. So everything. I've got tons of building work going on the house. Like, this has honestly been the best month and the most busiest month of my life. But things are starting to settle back down now, and I'm going to try and upload as consistent as possible with this social media marketing content. So if there's anything that you guys want to know about social media marketing, anything, you know, whether it's from getting clients, getting results, any kind of videos that you want me to make topics on, leave a comment down below, because like I said, I want to be smashing out a ton of content for you all. But today, what I thought I would go into is how that you can consistently land anywhere from 5 to 10 clients per month for your agency. Now, look, I've picked the number 5 to 10 out of the air. The truth is, if you implement this strategy, you can land 50 to 100 clients a month. You know, you might only land 1 to 2 clients a month. But realistically, if you do this properly and you execute about what I'm going to tell you today, this will be the biggest game changer for your agency. And when I started implementing the tactic that I'm going to tell you today, when I went from, maybe landing 1 to 3 clients a month to literally landing 10 to 15 clients per month. Every single month, consistently. Bear in mind, these are clients that pay you anywhere from 600 to 2 grand a month, really, on average for me. So it's a big opportunity when done correctly. Now, I want you to understand as well, with this tip and with this tactic, it's gonna be one of those things that's like, it's quite a broad topic, right? But you really need to understand that, and that is, you need to be sales focused. You need to be so sales focused. And it's not that the rest of your business doesn't matter, because it does, because obviously keeping your clients happy, getting results for your clients, that is all very important, because it's all good if you land a client, but if they leave you in a month, what's the point, right? You want to keep your clients. I understand that. You want to get results, and that's fine. And these are all topics for other videos, getting results for clients, keeping clients happy, keeping clients for the long term. These are all things that we're going to go into. But when it comes to actually getting new clients, let me just ask you this. How on earth do you expect to get, 10 new clients a month, 2 clients a week, even 5 clients a month, if you're not constantly getting your name out there, selling your service, reaching out to business owners? How on earth do you expect to land these clients when you're not doing that, when instead you're spending all of your time actually running the business yourself, right? You're being a sort of an employee of your own company, to a sense, because a lot of you getting all these clients, which is fantastic. You're making a lot of money compared to maybe a normal job that you used to work, and maybe some of you are college students and things like that, and you start making a few grand a month, and you think that you're doing really well, because I was in that situation. I started making 3-4 grand a month, and I thought, whoa, compared to my old job, I'm doing really well. But it will get to a point where you're doing all of the work yourself, and obviously there's only so many hours in a day. Even if you absolutely hustled and grinded and worked 18 to 20 hour days, barely slept, eventually you're going to get to a point where you can't scale anymore. And the more time that you spend on your business, actually getting results for your clients and doing things like that, it's going to take away from the amount of time that you can actually spend on getting new clients. So the first thing you need to do really is, and this again, these are topics for other videos. I want to go a bit more in depth into the sales kind of thing today. But you need to outsource your business. Step 1, like, you need to make sure you've got somebody on your team, or you hire people. You work with people who can take all of that management side of the business, the running of the business, the results side of things, all that kind of stuff. That you need someone to take that off your hands, and your time needs to be solely focused on IPAs, income producing activities, things that are going to drive revenue to your business. Now, I'm not talking right now. I don't mean necessarily just picking up the phone and cold calling. There's a million to one ways that you can actually sell. And there's a million and one ways that you can get your name out there. And those are a few things that I want to go over with you today. But I want you to understand, I'm not saying neglect your agency. I'm not saying neglect getting results and your client happiness, things like that. I'm not saying that, because those are just as important as the sales. Because essentially, look, it's all good if you can land 100 clients a month, but if you lose 99 clients the next month, what is the point, right? So obviously those things are important, and we'll go into those in other videos. But today, I want to dive a bit more in depth about the sales and the kind of things that you can do to make sure that you're getting the best out of your time and the most clients that you can every single month. The big one for me really, and the big game changer for me, was making sure that I was always in sales mode, right? And now in my opinion, you can never follow up too much, right? You can never ever follow up too much. You can never reach out to enough clients. Get your name out there, speak to business owners. You need to be constantly on the offensive. You need to be constantly moving forward, pushing forward. Now for me, as you all know, I get all of my clients through freelance websites such as Upwork, freelancer.com and things like that. And this works really well for me because they're essentially, you reach out to people who are actively seeking social media marketers, social media managers. I reach out to them, say, look, I can do this job for you, sell them on it, and it's a very easy close, and there's tons of jobs on there. Makes it very easy for me to close these clients. Now, the way that it works with Upwork and freelance websites is, you reach out to a client, they message you back. A lot of the time, just because the client messages you back, you will not close them because maybe they decide to hire someone else. Maybe just general life that happens all the time is business. Leads just fall off, they go dead. Maybe they think, oh, I'm going to hire someone to do my social media, and they never do. They get busy with other things and they neglect it. Now, this is where you need to come in and you need to be so sales focused. Use your initiative. Let's say you reach out to a lead on Upwork. They reply to you, things are going good, and all of a sudden they say, right, unfortunately I've hired somebody else. It needs to be your job to be like, okay, fair enough, I understand that you've hired someone else. Go and take a look at their social media pages. If the social media pages are bad, there's no reason on earth, and you owe it, not just to yourself and your own company, you owe it to that business owner. If the person that's currently doing their social media, if they're not doing a good job, and you can tell they're not doing a good job, it's within your sort of job as an expert, as a coach, to be able to go in and say to them, look, I've taken a look at your social media marketing. No offense, but whoever's doing it right now isn't doing a good job. I'm not saying this because I'm trying to get you as a client. I'm doing this because I think potentially you're spending money and you're not going to get a return on your money. Would you be interested in knowing what I would do differently? No worries if not, right? You don't have to be too hard. You're just saying, look, I've taken a look at your social media pages. I understand you've chosen to work with another person, but quite frankly, they're not doing a good job. Would you want to know what I would do differently? And constantly be on the offensive. Just because they may have hired someone else doesn't mean that you can't close them. You need to essentially leave no stone unturned. No stone unturned. Again, let's say someone reaches out to you and they just go stale, they go dry. Well, maybe they've given you their website before. And I'm talking currently right now, obviously, with the freelance websites, but maybe they've sent you a link to their website or a link to their social media pages and they go dry. You keep messaging them, following up with them. Every single day, saying, just a gentle follow-up to see if you're still hiring. Are you still looking for someone to fulfill this position? Are you still looking for a social media manager? And it just goes dead, no reply. Maybe you've got their website. Get the bloody phone. Let's say you're speaking to a guy called Josh or something on Upwork. Find their website, get their number, get your phone out, call that number and say, hello, is Josh in? Any chance I can speak to Josh? He's expecting a call. We've spoken a couple of days ago. This is Brad from Upwork. I'm just wondering if you're still looking for, someone to do your social media. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. Let's set up a call. Unless you've got 5 minutes now. Constantly be in sales mode. Imagine if you did that 24/7. How many clients do you think you're going to land? If you're constantly in follow-up mode, sales mode, picking up the phone, calling people who you've spoken to on these freelance websites. Now, let's say you're just using Upwork right now. I know a lot of you guys who've been in the course, you've got coaching from me, you get pretty much most of your clients through these freelance websites because it's a really easy way to obtain clients. That's fantastic. So you're using Upwork right now. Look, obviously there's only so many leads on Upwork. Now, there's a ton of leads on Upwork, don't get me wrong. There's only so many leads, right? So let's say, within a couple hours in the morning, you've reached out to everyone, you've done all your client acquisition, you've reached out to all the jobs, you followed up with all your people who've replied to you, you followed them up, you've made some calls, all that good stuff. Okay, and it's 9 a.m. in the morning. What do you do now? Create a website, create an account on freelance.com, create an account on fiverr.com, create an account on peopleperhour.com. Now, here's the thing. People look at fiverr.com and think it's just a place to get graphics for $5. Look, is Upwork better than Fiverr to get social media marketing clients? 100%. But even if, let's say you landed one client every 6 months on Fiverr, right? Every 6 months you landed a client. But this client paid you, I don't know, $1,000 a month. It's not $1,000 a month, that's 12 grand a year. So if you landed one every 6 months, two a year, you've just made 24k a year from having an account on Fiverr, right? Don't think short term, think long term. Where can you get these clients? Create an account on Fiverr, on People Per Hour, on Upwork, on freelancers.com. Have your name out there. Be available for people to look when they're looking and actively seeking for a social media manager. You need to have an account, or a social media marketer, Facebook ads, whatever it is. You need to be there, ready to accept these jobs, ready to reach out to clients using these freelance websites. Now, other than that, let's say you're cold call. Oh God, let's say you get your clients through cold calling. You know what you need to spend all of your time doing? During the waking hours of the business, again, it depends on the company. Obviously, different like nightclubs are generally open later in the day. Restaurants, generally open later in the day. A lot of other places just open 9 to 5. Whatever the general working hours are for the businesses, right? You need to be on the phone cold calling, and when those businesses are shut, you need to be prospecting, finding leads to call, calling people up. Let's say you've already got 5 clients, 10. Let's just make things easier. Let's say you've currently got 10 clients, right? Why don't you reach out to every single one of your 10 clients and say, look, I'm offering a $500 incentive for any referral that I close as a client. So all you have to do, look, just give me as many names and phone numbers of business owners that you know that will benefit from my service. You're obviously having results from it. Easy for you. If you send me over a couple of names and I end up closing them, I'll give you $500 per client that I close. Now, for you, that's an insane deal, because let's say you close a client on $1,000 a month. Okay, you take a 50% cut in the first month, but for the rest of the time you work together, you're fully profiting. And for them, $500 per client that they close, just for the sake of you giving them a lead, it's a win-win. And imagine how many more clients that you can close when you've actively been given that number, given them up a call. Hello, this is Brad here. I've been recommended to you by Josh. He said that you may need some help with I don't know, right? Pick up the phone. Don't overthink it. Call people. Ask for your current clients for referrals. Let's say you've got current clients right now doing just social media management, right? And you're just doing some posting for them. Pick up the phone and be like, yo, John, it's been a while since we've called. I've got a really cool opportunity for you. In the past few weeks, I've actually been, in the past few months, I've actually expanding my team. I've actually hired a Facebook ads expert who's an expert in increasing sales and revenue for your business. I know you're a current client. I'd be wondering if you'd be interested in just sort of a 10-minute chat to see if we could work something out, because there's a big opportunity for you here to actually increase your sales. I'm not here to make money off you. I'm not here to just upsell you. I'm here because I like what you're doing and I know that I can bring you results. Let's have a chat. Get them on the phone and maybe upsell them on some Facebook ad services. Be in sales mode 24/7. Don't worry about pointless stuff. Obviously, I always speak about this, but sort of the whole website and business card mentality, where you create a website, you create business cards, all this other stuff to just essentially just procrastinate actually going out and getting clients. Don't do that, right? And also obviously you want to get results for your clients, but and obviously you do need to keep your clients happy. Of course you do. But if as a business owner, your sole job needs to be getting new business. Let's say you hate cold calling, right? Hire a cold caller. Go on Upwork and find someone to make cold calls for you. Pay them per the hour, pay them per commission. Let's say you've got a personal brand in the entrepreneurship niche like I do. I guarantee if I made an Instagram story right now saying I'm looking for a cold caller, I'd probably get a few people say, look, I'd be interested in cold calling for you. Offer them a commission, so you don't necessarily have to pay them a salary, but for every time they do land a client, you reward them nicely, maybe 10%, 20% per month, recurring commission, or 50% upfront first month of anything. Hire a cold caller. You need to be on constant outreach to new business, and that is how you're going to be able to go and close new clients, and how you're going to be able to close 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 clients a month, a client a day. I just want you to picture this. If you reach out to it depends on where you get clients. But for me, using freelance websites, I can convert a very large percentage of the people that I reach out to. So let's say right now, on average, do you reckon you could convert 5% of business owners that you reach out to? I reckon you could. Let's play it conservatively, and let's just say, let's play it really conservatively, right? And say you land 1% of clients. If you reach out, I mean, do the maths. If you reach out to 100 business owners a day, and you can close 1% of the clients that you reach out to, well, then you've closed a client a day. Do the maths. An average client is anywhere, dependent on the package or the service, anywhere from 500 to 5 grand a month. Just do the maths. Let's say an average client's a K a month, 12K a year in revenue for every client that you land. And you land a client every day. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? You can see how quickly you can scale this when you're in sales mode. Pick up the phone, cold call, go on these freelance websites, outreach to business owners, have a profile. People, and the best thing about that as well is that people actually reach out to you, and you just have to accept the proposal, set up calls, follow up, leave no stone unturned. And that's how you're going to be able to, get new clients consistently every single week, every single month for your agency. Now, hope you guys found some value in this video. It was a bit more of a ranty style one, but obviously this is something I'm really passionate about, because I think there's so many people that piss about with doing pointless stuff to procrastinate. And look, guys, but just be accountable to that, right? If you are generally scared to get on the phone, or you're generally scared to, like, oh, I don't know how to get results and things like that, I understand. But just look at that problem from an outsider's point of view. And like, okay, that's the issue. But realistically, if I want to be successful within this, these are things I'm going to have to do. Don't instead create a website just to procrastinate it. Look, be accountable to yourself. Be open. Be honest with yourself. And then attack that problem head on. Don't just be busy for the sake of being busy, because I'm not being funny. If you're simply just getting business cards, I'd sooner you go and play Halo. Like, go and play Halo. What are you doing? You're going to enjoy and get more out of your life by going and playing Halo than you will just getting business cards and not doing anything with them. You're just going to waste money on that when you could just go play the Xbox. Like, no disrespect, because if you're scared and that, I understand. I've been there. But don't kid yourself. Be accountable to yourself, and just attack it head on, guys. But yeah, like I said, sorry this is a bit more of a ranty video, but this is something I'm really passionate about, just because of how much it's changed my business when I started to implement it properly. Hope you found some value. If you guys are new around here anyway, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, because I'm going to be uploading a ton more free content like this. And of course, if you want some more higher level training and things like that, I do have a course that goes through my whole business model, how to get clients very, very, very easily using these freelance websites. Teaches you everything from step A to Z, from outsourcing results, all that good stuff that you're going to need to start a successful agency for yourself. So if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description down below. Maybe you want to book a coaching call as well. Everything that you need is down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I hope you found some value, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.